You got to be careful where you're getting your information from. But more importantly, you got to be careful with who is influencing your thoughts and your feelings. Because there's a lot of mind manipulation and mind control happening right now in media. And I see it all the time with podcasts. There's so many podcasts that are geared to feeding you fear and feeding you anger. And it's things that you wouldn't be fearful or angry about because you wouldn't even think about it until you hear it in a podcast. And then you hear what the person is saying and it resonates with you and it touches your emotions and it touches your thoughts. And all of a sudden, you're fearful and angry about something that wasn't even your concern before you heard this piece of information, before you took in that content. And this is going on all the time. You see it with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is controlling the narrative. He's controlling what people are thinking about. And he's distracting people, not just from looking into other things that he maybe doesn't want you to think about or know what's going on, but more importantly, he's distracting you from doing the things that you should be doing to be able to better yourself, to be able to grow and to achieve your goals and dreams. And it's all through manipulating your thoughts and your feelings and getting you thinking about things that aren't going to affect you. For the most part, it's not going to affect you. A lot of these fears that people are stoking, they're not really going to affect you. So then you got to understand or ask yourself, why does that person want me to be fearful of this? What's in it for them? Because that's a big thing that when we're doing sales, when we're building entrepreneur businesses, we always ask ourselves, what's in it for the customer? What is the customer going to get out of this that's going to be a benefit for them, or it's going to be a satisfaction, or it's going to be a mind-blowing, revelation? Like, what is it? What's in it for them? And it's the same thing you have to think about when these medias and these people are pushing these agendas of division, these agendas of wanting you to think a certain way and act a certain way and do certain things. Why are they wanting you to do that? Is it because they get a lot more ratings? Is it because they become more popular? Because this person that's stoking fear, they always seem to be the people that people are watching all the time, because people love to be scared. That's why scary movies, horror movies, are very popular and do well. That's why people line up for an hour to go on a roller coaster just to get the shit scared out of them. Because people love fear, they love scariness, they love this concept of danger, this illusion of danger. They don't want real danger, but this illusion of danger that oh man, if something had to happen, that would have been really bad, man. Oh, can't believe how fun that was, right? So when you have these medias that are pumping this stuff out all the time, constantly, you're not supposed to be consuming it. You're not supposed to be consuming it all the time, because you're supposed to be in control of what you're thinking and feeling about. It's a big theme that I talk about on this channel, because it's really important to understand that there are businesses, there are companies, there are what do you call it? Like it's algorithms, but there's also business structures that feed off of your fear, and they need you to be scared, and they need you to want to know what's going to happen next, and be fearful of tomorrow, be fearful of next week, be fearful of next month, and that you're always going to them to find out, okay, what's happening and how should I feel? Because you notice that they don't just tell you what's going on, they tell you how you should feel about it. The news media does that. The podcast hosts do that. Every post on Facebook, Instagram, on social media, they're not just saying what's going on. They're telling you how you should feel about it. Should you be angry about it, or should you be happy about it? Somebody else's downfall, are you supposed to be happy about that? Are you supposed to be rooting for other people's downfalls? So you have to understand that you're being manipulated, and you don't have to be. You can control it by not consuming that content, by looking for content that's actually going to lift you up and empower you. But it's not as exciting, is it? It's not as exciting as when you're standing in line waiting for that roller coaster, knowing that it's going to be really scary, and then you're going to have that illusion of danger while you're on that ride. But we have to let go of that need for fear, that need for anger, and start to elevate to where we're supposed to be, which is really thinking about what we want to do and how we want to improve our day, our life, and how we want to achieve our goals and dreams. So that's the important message that I wanted to share with you today. That we got to get away from chasing these people that are just feeding us fear and danger, fear and anger, fear and danger, fear and anger all day long. And we wonder why our day doesn't turn out the way we want it to, or our week doesn't turn out the way we want it to, or we get into arguments with people over things that don't really matter. They're not going to matter, not even 5 years from now. They're not even going to matter 2 months from now. Because the thing that you're scared about today, that's just the hot topic for today. In a couple of weeks, all of a sudden that's disappeared, and there's a new hot topic that you're supposed to be scared about. That's how crazy this thing is, and that's how much manipulation that they're doing. I read about this in my book, Exotam Actuality, and you should really grab a copy of that. I highly recommend that you read that book. And I also do training courses that are going to help you to be able to protect yourself from this constant manipulation, this mind and emotional manipulation. Because the emotional manipulation is a big one that I don't think people really recognize and realize. It's not just mind control, it's your emotion control. They're controlling your feelings and telling you what to feel about. When someone is doing that, if you don't take control of that, you're never going to be in control of your life. So it's really important that you tackle that. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm doing daily videos for the next little while. I don't know for how long, like I keep saying, but right now I'm in the flow, so I'm just going with it. The retrograde is over and I'm just going with it. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And until next time, you heard?